How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Lucid. Let me make something clear very quickly. It doesn't matter what direction, as far as the price is concerned, this stock goes. I am a trader and as well as an investor. As an investor, I'm in this stock at $17.25. Anything I do outside of that investment in regards to trading, it could go up or it could go down. It doesn't matter to me because I make money off of the fluctuations, off of the volatility. This is what I share inside of the video. I just want to say, if you're going to be a trader, please take your emotions out of the game. You have to make sure you pay attention to the technicals, and you just want to make sure that you have a game plan as far as your entry and as well as your exit. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. I want to make sure you have a strategy. January the 19th is tomorrow. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important, because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for Lucid. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $39.21, being down 7.13%. On the low, it tested $39, and then on the high, testing $41.28. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 29.274 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 46.069 million shares. So what this tells us, we did have below average volume on the day, and we saw a big time pullback in the market as well. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, we can see from the RSI down below, it is at 46.50. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, we have strength above the 200-day, the 100-day. We are below the 21-day EMA, and we're also below the 50-day. So we ended up seeing a high of $41.28. So right away, when I was telling you guys, if we break through that 21-day EMA and breaking through that $40 level, we could possibly get down to the $38 range. That didn't happen. We were actually able to hold up support right at 39 bucks. So going into tomorrow, I think it's a huge possibility this stock can get down to as low as $37.50. As far as if we end up getting some strength and there's buying pressure coming into the stock, then I'd want to see how well it would get past 42.50. This would be a key area here, and if it's able to do that, then we'd have to see how it would look right here at the 50-day around 43.66, and then seeing if it can go to 45. Again, I want to make sure you guys are prepared so you can take advantage of opportunities, whether it decides to go in the long position or whether you decide to go in the short position or going with calls or puts. So keep an eye on those ranges, and we'll see how the stock performs going into tomorrow. Now let's take a look at the short interest information for Lucid. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it is at 55.79%, and then for the dark pool short volume, it is just over 10.17 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 25,000, updated 16 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 62.22%. So that is very significant. And then when we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 13th was at 58.19, and then for the close of the 14th being at 55.79. So it'll be very interesting to see what the numbers will be later on in the evening, but it will continue to have short squeeze potential, especially when you're taking a look at at the short borrow fee rate. So now let's go into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Lucid. So we can see here on the inflow, it's at 226, and then on the outflow, it's at 247. So we ended up having an outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown on the large, it was 4.65. On the medium, it was 101, and on the small, it was 121. Keep in mind, these numbers are in the millions. Taking a look at the outflow side, on the large, it was 9.04. On the medium, it was 117, and then on the small, it was 121. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for January the 18th, which is today, it is at negative 4.39 million. Analyzing the numbers even further for the small scale orders that tend to represent the retail side, we had equal buying and equal selling. We had 121 million versus 121 million. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And of course, for the large scale orders that tend to represent institutions, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 1.79%. So for Lucid, it is still remaining to be consistent in this particular range. So what this tells us, there are still many who are holding on to their positions. Yes, we do have traders, and on top of that, we had a lot of volatility in the markets. A lot of stocks pulled back. So as far as the selling is concerned, I'm not too surprised about this. And this is why I say as far as for tomorrow, it could go either way. But we'll talk about that further side of the final thoughts. Let's get into it right now. So for my final thoughts for Lucid, yes, January the 19th is coming up tomorrow. You might be catching this video the day of, but we're going to be looking forward to seeing a lot of volatility. I've been getting those questions saying, Dre, are you still holding on to your $40 puts? And yes, I still do have my $40 puts. But I'm also prepared to go in with calls depending on what the price action looks like. And this is why I'm emphasizing, if you're going to be a trader, you need to take your emotions out of your trades. You need to make sure that you're not being naive. And the moment you do this, you will start seeing more success. So I'm not choosing either side. Yes, I am an investor at $17.25, but I'm not going to be adding to my position unless I see this stock pull back big time. And now let's move on to what I'm going to be talking about, which is the price action. So if it starts to look bullish and it's able to actually have some moves above 42.50, then you want to see and keep an eye if it decides to make a move going to 45. And we know that next level right around 47.50, which could easily send this stock to $50. Now, as far as for the bearish case scenario, we saw overall on the day, if $39 ends up breaking, then this stock can get down to 37.50. And if that breaks, then this stock can start testing the 100-day right around $34.15. So add that to your homework and as well as your due diligence, and keep a close eye on this stock. Also, when we went on Fintel taking a look at the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential. And this is what I'm saying. We had a rough day inside of the market. We also do know that Lucid moves alongside with the tech sector. We know that they were recently put into the NASDAQ 100. So if tech is really strong, there is a strong possibility Lucid could take off. And this is why I'm saying you need to be able to be in the right mindset to play both sides if you are interested. So again, do your homework. Do your due diligence. This is so crucial. If you are an investor, then I would continue to be patient. At these current levels, Lucid is trading at a high valuation. And we know as far as for year 2022, we're going to be having interest rate increases. So it is going to have an impact on stocks like Lucid. And this is why there's going to be so many opportunities for you to buy this stock on the dip. You do not need to rush. You do not need to FOMO. I want to make sure you guys have great habits. So as far as January the 19th is concerned, I'm going to be looking forward to it. You can let me know inside of the comment section. Let's see what happens in regards to this lockup, and we'll be talking real soon.